In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about your fertility needs. I'm here with Kathy Lee-Sepsick. We're going to talk a little bit about Femasys. Thank you so much. Now, this is huge, not just on the reproductive end, but you guys have been working in several areas for women. Let's start at the beginning. What is Femasys?
So I founded Femasys because I encountered firsthand the lack of innovations in women's health. And I felt like my expertise could really come into play where I could create better solutions. And then over the course of 20 plus years at Femasys, we've exactly done that. And so we've tackled the reproductive journey, and we're on both ends of the spectrum and also with products in between.
Oh my goodness. The struggle of infertility it's such a roller coaster. It's so difficult to navigate. Everything from insurance to what your body's doing, what your body doesn't want to do. It can be so daunting. How are you all making the process a little easier for women?
Yeah, so when we tackled this, we felt, and I felt personally, that there was really no true option at the beginning. So when you have millions of people struggling with infertility and a growing issue in this country and other countries around the world, where we see these declining birth rates, we see low male sperm counts, lower than ever before. When you don't have a first step and your only contemplation is going to an IVF for all those reasons you described, how daunting it is, we felt like, we need to bring something that's accessible, something in office, something they can do as a first step. And we look at this as like a cost of an iPhone to start. Just start the journey, and we're trying to help people gear up for parenthood. And we place sperm, the way the technology works is we place sperm directly to where conception occurs. So we're actually enhancing natural fertilization. So that's an important first step before having to encounter something that's much more complicated and more expensive.
The aspect of infertility that people don't talk about is the wear on your emotions. Is it his fault? Is it your fault? Those things are all on the table. So to take the process kind of out of the stress is huge. You know what I mean? If this could be streamlined, if this part could be easier for a lot of women, then they feel like they can handle the rest.
Yeah, and I think, we never really talked about the male sperm issue before. It was always what was the ailment related to the woman. And it's only been more recent in the last few years where there's an acknowledgement that the sperm counts are down by over 50%, call it the spermageddon or the sperm apocalypse, however you want to term it. But now, there's an acknowledgement that over 50% of the time, the male is a contributing factor. So bringing the sperm to where it needs to go allows for us to attend to that issue. And it's a growing issue. This is not going away. And biologically, there's no question that is where conception occurs. So we're just helping, no matter what the issues are, whether they have a healthy sperm count or not, put the sperm where it needs to go and then let it do its job.
Wow. Well, then I can't let you get too much further without giving your website, because beyond that, you all have other things that you can help ladies with, other aspects that you can assist with. So please give your website, and let's talk about some of the newer things.
Sure. So you can find us at www.femasys.com. We also have all of our social media channels, and then, of course, product specific. So the product we've just been speaking about was Femaseed, and that product is just being brought to women in the U.S. now. And so women need to advocate for themselves. There hasn't been new technology in almost 50 years. So it's not like a space that's used to having new things. We're used to talking about the things that have been around a long time. So advocate for yourself, go out there and ask for it, because we need help to get the word out. And it's approved in our country, Europe, all countries around the world. So it's really important that women start to benefit from this technology we've worked so hard to get to.
There's also new advancements in birth control.
So it's actually the product I started the company for. The only option available today for women is surgical sterilization. And that's the only option available around the world. And I just felt we could do better. And I've been working for 20 years to do better. And the product has just been approved in Europe in June. So we're working diligently to bring that product there. We're in a pivotal trial here in the US. But what we've created is a non-surgical permanent birth control option where a woman can walk in her gynecologist's office and a few minutes later walk out and end her risk of pregnancy. What's important with our technology is there's no hormones, there's no implants, and we are relying on her own tissue for her long-term permanent birth control. So it is a first of its kind, very similar to Femasys being a first of its kind, and it will be the only other option women can contemplate when they reach that part of their reproductive journey.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Such a pleasure to meet you too.
All right, ladies, we have options. There are things that we can do. Please go to the website, learn a little bit more. I'm not sure where each of us are on the spectrum. If you are still in the struggle of infertility and looking for an option that might work for you, this might be the website that you want to go to. As you get on a little later in life and you're really thinking about what your reproductive history or what your reproductive future looks like, there may be some options there for you as well. Take the opportunity to go to the website and learn more. And stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.